Peace, family, peace. GMOGmedia, Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, right back at you once again, live in the flesh. Real quick, so the Austin, Texas serial bomber has been identified as a 24-year-old white male. He killed himself, I believe, yesterday or last night in Austin, Texas, or surrounding areas within that particular vicinity. Basically a suicide bomber, classified as white, okay? And also saw the article, shout out to Black Sports Online, and I totally agree with this assessment as well, that the mainstream media and, of course, Donald Trump, a.k.a. Clockwork Orange, they're going to spin this and make sure that this man is not labeled as a terrorist. They're not going to do that. They're going to label this man as somebody with mental health issues, with a troubled past. They're going to connect the dots to try to interview his family members, saying he was very quiet and took to himself, and that kind of, all of those evading typical white supremacists or suspected white supremacist talking points to avoid the real situation that this man is a domestic terrorist. Point blank and simple. So they're going to do their best. Mainstream media, White House, and Clockwork Orange, Donald Trump, they're going to do their best to spin this, flip it, and bounce it, and make sure this man is not labeled as a terrorist. When in fact, of course, he fits the description as a classic case of a terrorist. Point blank and simple. All right, so I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. At the same time, I'm glad he's off the street, but at the same time, again, there's going to be, we live in a system of racism, white supremacy. There's going to be other mass shootings, mass domestic terrorist issues that's going to happen, within this country. And the facts are that these people are classified, that are doing this, are classified as white. And speaking of which, troglodyte bastard troll, some random troglodyte bastard troll, okay, took one of my videos down where I talked about the shooting, the mass shooting for a guy named Gabe back in January, okay? It was like a 5-6 minute video where I shared my thoughts on the mass shooting that happened at a school where this individual, this terrorist, killed, I believe, 2 students at the school. And his name is Gabe. I can't think of his last name. That video was taken down, and I have 1 strike on my YouTube channel. I've appealed it, okay? I've appealed it. As you know, my channel is about counter racism. I talk about issues that affect black people collectively as a group. I'll talk about ways to end white supremacy, basically. So none of my videos where I incite violence, I incite hatred, okay? None of that. That video does not display that, and none of my other past videos and my future videos don't display that kind of rhetoric whatsoever. All right? I only talk about counter racism. Point blank and simple. And I talk about all 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. That's what I talk about on my channel. But I never advocate violence, never incite hatred towards another group of people. None of that. None of that. So that video will be appealed. I mean, it's already appealed. I'm waiting for the results. And that's point blank and simple. That I don't do none of that in terms of the terms of service policies of YouTube. I already got my backup channels on blackjunction.tv and blackspot.tv as well. All right, so those channels will be down below in the description just in case something happens to this channel, because these troglodyte trolls are on my ass. Pause, because that video where I talked about Michael Blackson and the Breakfast Club is still going viral. It has over 130,000 views in 5 days. It's still going strong. Still going strong. So these trolls are like looking for something to talk about, when in fact there's nothing for me to be flagged about when I don't incite violence and hatred and fear mongering. I don't do that. I don't do none of that on my channel. You know what I'm saying? So again, that will be appealed, and I can't, because of a strike, I can no longer do my live streams every Friday. Remember I was telling you guys I do my live streams every Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern time, every Friday for 1 hour. I can't do that now because I got a strike. So again, this is being appealed. I'm waiting for the results. Hopefully the next couple of days I'll hear back. And yeah, we're gonna definitely keep it moving. Again, I got my backup channels just in case something happens to this channel. But at the end of the day, of course, my channel is about counter racism, and I don't talk about nothing else but resolving issues on how to end white supremacy affecting black society. Point blank and simple. All right. So anyway, regarding the serial bomber, like I said, the mainstream media as well as Donald Trump, aka Clockwork Orange, in the White House are going to do their best, their darndest, to make sure that this suspect who killed himself, will have mental health issues, have a troubled background, be quiet, kept to himself. They're going to look at his grades. He was a straight A student, wanted to be a scientist. He was in the military. They're going to go some dumb crap like that and spin it and bounce it, but not label this man as a domestic terrorist and add this face to the white face of terrorism that's happening right now in the United States. All right, family. So anyway, leave your comments down below about the serial bomber. Let me know what you guys think, and also, what do you think what Donald Trump will say, or the mainstream media, how do you think they will spin this? I'd like to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section, family. All right, make sure you follow me on all my social media links, Twitter, Instagram, Black Junction TV, Blackspot.tv, all that stuff down below in the description. All right, family. Until next time, Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.